All right, so it is time for your monthly readings. February 2025 already. Can you believe it? I don't even know what to say about that. So, first up on this read is going to be water signs. That's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So, I decided for this month, the animals and spirits decided they wanted to do an animal of the month, an animal totem, so to speak. But, so for your animal totem, we'll start with Cancers, we got the dove. I think Spirit feels like, in the last year and lately, you Cancers, you haven't been taking very good care of yourself, and you've been putting a lot of others before yourself. And I feel like you've listened to some wrong things. And the dove represents, forgiveness and health. It also represents tranquility, liberation, from freedom from whatever choices you were making, I think, last year. And I think some of you Cancers out there have really been struggling with your health. And I feel like for some of you Cancers out there, you've been going to the doctors and they don't really have answers for things. And you're not real sure, and you're giving up a lot of hope on, what is wrong and what is going on, and you're in pain, and I feel like a lot of you guys have been experiencing some inflammation, and I'm a shamanic practitioner healer, so I, pick up on that and understand that. But I think the answer to this isn't within the doctors. I think it's about forgiving yourself and forgiving others, and maybe seeing things for what they really are. Maybe you have a friend telling you things that are so not true, and you've really hurt somebody because of it. And I think this month is about fixing that. Fixing whatever that was for you Cancers out there. It's also about liberation, freedom, union, serenity, and agreements. And I feel like you're going to go into agreement with somebody that you didn't think you ever would, that you maybe don't like, but you've got some boredom going on, Cancers, and you need to do something. And I think, you want to give back. And I think you might have to enter this agreement with that person to, get that serenity. And I think your health is going to get a lot better. And I think on the other end, you got a number 1, which is an infinity number. And it means assertion. Or this card is assertion. And it says you've got to assert yourself. So you have to assert yourself with the person that you thought you were really good friends with that has told you a lot of wrongdoings and lies. And I think Cancer, that's the answer to your health. And, wanting to get out of bed again is forgiving that one person, maybe sitting down with them and seeing their side of the story, and then you might end up entering into agreement to help. Maybe your life path is with the person, not saying love, but maybe even in career, is with the person that you couldn't stand. Sometimes that happens, right? So, Scorpio. You've got some interesting things coming up, Scorps. You have the dolphin for the month of February. Playfulness, enjoyment, celebration, altruism, harmony, joy, togetherness, care, love, and compassion. And all this really comes down to is using your principles. We got principle as a card. And it's about letting go of resentment for the month. Letting go of resentment to fly free. And not listening to what others say and doing what you want. Doing what your heart is calling to, Scorpio. It's time. It's time to shred any old existence of things or resentments or, those things that people say that maybe aren't true. You got the number 9. That is a God number. So that tells me absolutely you're a dolphin. You're stubborn, but you're flowing free. You're also independent, but you love togetherness in some ways. You only like togetherness with people you really can stand. That's a Scorpio. And, Scorps, with the principle of things, I think you gotta, this month, have more compassion for yourselves. You're doing all right. I know you don't tell yourself you are, but you are. You're doing all right, Scorps. All right, Pisces. Oof. Pisces. So we got resistance. And the number 2, self-growth. Looks like Pisces, you got some growth. I also got the snake card. In your reading, it is the year of the snake, so that's good luck. But in your reading, it's transformation, concentration, self-awareness, coolness, keeping your cool, using your instinct, being prepared, diplomacy, self-analysis. So I think you're gonna go inward in February, Pisces, there's a lot of things you gotta growth. We call it shadow work. I think there's some shadow work that you have to do for yourself to grow. And I think there's some things that are coming out that are going to be kind of put right in your face. And you're going to see that you're going to have to use your intuition, and you're really going to have to guide yourself. And I think there's some things that you have to work on, Pisces, within yourself to grow. And I see you spending the next February and March having to do this. But I think coming out of the other side, you're going to have you're going to have an awesome spiritual awakening on it. So that is your reading for February 2025 water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces.